Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today I managed to set off early for work, so I've got here early. And yes, yesterday obviously we went to bed a little bit earlier. This morning I woke up, I am like on peak performance. I am on it now. Today is where we start pushing again for late nights and lots of work. In the shower this morning I was trying to figure out ways of spinning up microservices and whether it should be done at what level it should be spun up at. Because short of doing that, it's quite easy, relatively easy within code to basically develop a load balancer that spins up its own services underneath it, but then I've got to pass things from machine to machine to machine, so it doesn't make sense to do it at a more higher level. I was thinking about that kind of stuff in the morning. I still need to do quite a lot of reading about microservices. It's something that I'm kind of putting on the back foot for a bit. I don't really mind missing out on it until later, if you know what I mean. Like, not something that I'm urgently going to do like soon, but it's something that I'm bearing in mind, and I'm doing like a little bits of reading on it here, there, and everywhere. But yeah. Otherwise, got ready. I've made pâté on toast for lunch today, so I made my sandwiches this morning. Hopefully that should be alright. I feel like pâté sandwiches are a bit bland. They're a bit like, there's no texture to them, you know? Otherwise, today is going to be more of the same web services, although I should be able to get off of it now and then do some like thingy. I've like got 3 more methods to implement and test. So, but I believe most of the hard testing is done. I had some issues yesterday with Mockito and mocking frameworks, but figured it all out. Anyway. Time to go in. It's 5:02. Still 5 minutes early, but YOLO. I'm in a good mood today. Also, this afternoon, we're going to go see Beth and Ben at their new house. A house. They haven't bought it, but they're renting it. But it's still exciting. It means they have a garden. Barbecues. Just occurred to me that I didn't vlog this afternoon. So it's now technically tomorrow, and I've done a huge time jump. So I can only apologise about that. What's gone on today? Work, I finished off the implementation for my web services, and then I was sitting trying to generate a WSDL so that I could publish it. But that was problematic because I was sat trying to generate one and then write one myself, and then I realised that one's actually being created, but it's not being created anywhere I can see it, so it's being created like and being deployed onto the server. And some crazy stuff like that, so I'm now trying to figure out how to point it to where, like, change where it's being generated basically, so I can actually get it. And that was towards the end of the day. So yeah, it was alright. I was like ploughing through at the beginning of the day, like got stuff absolutely flying, hit a couple of snags on testing, it got a bit shirty with me, but got there in the end. Then moved on to this other stuff, and then it like hit me like a roadblock, and then lost momentum again. So went through, got that. I know what I need to do for tomorrow now, so hopefully I can just soap test it and then we're set, which is good. Lunchtime, had my sandwiches, which I had pâté on toast today instead of sandwich. I don't know if I said this in the morning. I think I did. And it was nice. It was just a little bit like tough. So I'm going to do it again tomorrow. And I think it works out slightly better than it does pâté sandwiches. So I'm going to have it again tomorrow. And then I was doing some programming, and like I've got to the point where I'm like past a certain area, and I now need to access something from the source config, the config file, app settings, whatever, and it's changed in .NET Core. Now I can go through the old way, I'm trying to go through the new way, and to level a bit of a like dig at C# and the .NET framework, is it all is like it's heavily focused on ASP.NET and like web, and I can't figure out for the life of me, because at the moment mine's just a console app. Like there will be a website at some point, but it's going to be like tacked on to the end of it. But everything seems to go through this bloody startup section of a ASP.NET page. I'm trying to find out information on how to do this in a normal console, such with normal dependency injection that isn't given to you by ASP.NET. And I just can't figure out for the life of me. And I've just spent the past like 2 hours, almost, 1 hour and 55 minutes, trying to find out how to best go about that. Because previously I had just a config reader, a core configuration file reader, and then I just like abstracted away from it, and then I had things that were able to convert that thing there into something that was strongly typed. But this thing, like using JSON files, it gives you that you have that option to be able to have a strongly typed class that it just generates. But it won't work. Like, I can't figure out how to do that properly. So I've literally spent so long and I still haven't found a solution to my problem. Spent like fucking ages trying to figure out how to go about doing it properly. It's quite irritating, to be honest with you. So I'm like reading. This is the problem. I keep doing reading. It's like, just do it like this. Just do it like this. It's like, no, that's how you do it in ASP.NET. How do I do it in C#? Like solid, just pure C# without ASP stuff. Because it's like, use the connection service. Like, no, I don't have a connection service because I'm not on the fucking web. It's like there's the place where this startup session is, this startup method is like in the stuff, so it's got access to a load of things that I don't have access to. And then it's like saving all of the information in there instead. And it's like, that's not what I need. And I'm thinking, like, quite frankly, tomorrow, if I haven't found a solution by tomorrow lunchtime, I'm just going to go back to the other way of just reading, like essentially parsing the configuration file. That's just what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to add in the NuGet package and whatnot, and that's the plan. That's been infuriating. But otherwise, I came home and I sorted out my video and stuff, and Laura got back like quite quick today. So by the time I'd sorted out my video, like she was back home already, which is why my vlog was late. Not my vlog was late, which is why I didn't vlog earlier. We then were like relatively busy because we was cooking a chili, curry. So cooked up a curry, had that, and then like washed up and stuff, and then we headed on out. We went up the road to go and talk to Beth and Ben. We went to go and see their new house that they're renting. I'll probably show you it on Sunday because we're going around for a barbecue. It's pretty fucking sweet. Like it's pretty fucking cool. It's not too far from here either. It's like nearish. It's like more or less the same kind of distance as Sainsbury's-ish. It's like 10-15 minute drive away, and it's like we sat there and like we got there at just gone 8, like 8:15, and I said like we should think about leaving at like 10:30. Like we could literally just sit and talk to Beth and Ben for fucking years. It's gonna be great. So we saw them today, obviously, to look around their new house, and then on Saturday we're going to be going to the Balloon Festival. We're all going together. We're going to meet up in town and then head over. And on Sunday we're going around there for barbecues. So fucking Beth and Ben weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be so fucking cool. Otherwise we were just like catching up on stuff that's gone on, like fucking ridiculous stuff that's been happening to the two of us. And yeah, and then we came back here. Laura like had a cup of tea and went to bed, and then I like kind of migrated and started fucking googling this stuff. I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to basically do my old way but use JSON files instead. I think that's the plan, which annoys me, quite frankly, but there's not much I can do about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go to bed. I'm going to, while I brush my teeth, I'm going to change out of my long pyjama bottoms into my short pyjama bottoms because otherwise I'll be too warm. I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to be sitting thinking, googling this stuff again and again and again until I basically come to this conclusion that I have to parse the JSON file myself instead of doing it and do my old-fashioned way. Otherwise, tomorrow, hopefully I can get off web services and get onto something more exciting. The next one after it is MVC though. Oh, it's going to be fun. Because I don't think it's going to be very MVC-y. What else is going on tomorrow? Laura's going for a run. Hopefully I can get out of the house a little bit, maybe. I don't think anything else is happening, and then just programming. Yeah, tomorrow's a bit of a dead day. Lol. Sorry about that. Yeah. Don't know. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Lots of programming. Hopefully. Lots and lots of programming. I need to stop forging forward on this, but it's so... It's really irritating. I'll catch you later though, because I'm going to go to bed. One. Oh, like for the past couple of days as well, I've been going to bed early. Ish. I'm now I'm back on it. I could happily stay up for another hour or so. but I'm like trying not to. I'm like, yeah, but you should go there.